Hi, I'm Randy Heckinger. This is Steve Bruggers. We're from MicroStrategy, and we're thrilled to present to you today Usher, the world's first mobile identity network. Usher enables you to securely capture identity on a mobile device and use that identity to accomplish tasks in a more secure and convenient way. It enables organizations to then provide an extraordinary array of identity-based services that will reduce fraud, protect identities, and improve customer experience. Usher can replace plastic cards, pins, tokens, passwords, physical keys, even signatures. So you can use Usher to make banking more convenient and more secure without burying the customer in confusing, ineffective protocols. Imagine online banking without usernames, passwords, and silly challenge questions. Since I don't have an online banking site handy, I'm just going to log into my MicroStrategy corporate email. You can see my phone with the Usher app opened and my credentials displayed. On the iPad, it's showing the system login screen. That's a one-time QR code dynamically generated on demand, impossible to predict, and good for only a few moments. This could be an online banking website, an ATM machine, any internal or external system. To log in, I simply scan the QR code with my Usher app. Access is granted, and the screen will refresh momentarily. There was no user ID or password used, no keystrokes to record or steal. Nothing actually transpired between my phone and the application. That was my actual email. Thanks for closing it before they read too much, Steve. We've been using this internally for months. This is the real system. The entire authorization process happens out of band on the secure Usher backend. Remember, I logged in with my identity, not a password. Usher is an identity management solution. It's not just a password vault. So what else can you do with your identity? Well, you use it to validate yourself over the phone. Imagine instant identity validation over the phone without ineffective challenge questions like your mother's maiden name, the name of your first pet, your high school mascot. Listen, we all know any hacker with 10 minutes in Google can find this stuff out about you. Use Usher instead. Steve here is going to play the role of a call center agent. I'm going to call in and ask to transfer money. Hi, this is Randy Heckinger. I'd like to transfer money from my savings account.
Sure. Let me verify your identity first. What's your current Usher code?
My Usher code right now is 1444.
1444. Yes, I see you're Mr. Heckinger. How much would you like to transfer?
Thanks, Steve. So this is both more secure and a better experience for the customer. No silly questions. I didn't even have to give him an account number. Customers won't dread calling the bank anymore. So how else do you use your identity? Well, you use mobile banking apps on smartphones. Since Usher is a native app, anything that the smartphone offers can be used as an additional factor of authentication. Fingerprints, camera scans, your location, gestures with the accelerometer, all of these things can be added to the credentials as additional factors of authentication. For example, the phone has a microphone, so you can lock down the credential with a biometric voice print. I did want to demo this, but we found out during the dry run yesterday that the microphone interferes with the voice recognition software. So just come by our booth, and we'll show you how it works live and in person. So what else can you do with your identity? You pay for things. You use plastic debit cards and credit cards. Usher can replace those items with a more secure, more convenient credential. The payment, Steve.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So Steve's going to set up a cashier's terminal, and I'm going to pay for my order. I'll have a latte, tuna sandwich, give me some dessert.
Okay. Your total is $34.65. You ready to check out?
Sure. What are my options?
I can display a QR code that you can scan. I can print a paper bill that has a QR code that you can scan, or you can scan your device. What would you like?
I'll scan a QR code. So just like I did earlier when I logged into my email system, I can scan a QR code here. You can see a copy of my order on the device and a prompt to pay now. I pay now, locate my Usher bank card, swipe to authorize. There's a confirmation on my side, a confirmation on the cashier's side. Everybody's happy. And my receipt is stored in my receipts wallet. So here you can see a record of all the receipts, including the one I just did 10 seconds ago. Now, to be clear, Usher's not a payment network. We're just a better authorization mechanism in front of the payment. So we can work with any point-of-sale technology, NFC, Bluetooth, QR scanners. We can scan the point of sale can scan us. You get the idea, however you want it to work. So how else can you use your identity? Well, we sign things. We sign documents all the time. These things are easily forged, though. Use Usher. Why not write and sign a check? using Usher. In fact, Steve here owes me $50. Hey, Steve, you got that money you owe me?
I got it. I'll use Usher to send it to you. So I filled out this check before with Usher. It's payable to Randy. It's dated. I've signed it with a digitized version of my wet signature and with an e-signature with the Usher stamp. So let's send it to Randy. I could use many ways. I'll send you with the code. Enter code 4302.
4302. Got it. Thanks, Steve. Now that I have a digitally signed check from Steve, check image processing can happen from here in the same way it currently does today. So how else can you use your identity? Well, you use keys and plastic cards and things to go through doorways and enter access to buildings. Usher can do that too, but I don't have a doorway here or actually time enough to show you, so just come by our booth and I'll explain how physical keys work in the digital world. And finally, every Usher transaction can be recorded and provide a complete audit trail. For example, that check that Steve just sent me has a complete audit trail. I can tap his image, I can see when he signed it, how he signed it, where he was when he signed it, a complete audit trail of information. Who better to provide reporting and analysis on all that data than MicroStrategy, a company with 25 years of experience delivering enterprise business intelligence applications. On the iPad here, you can see Usher usage data plotted on a Google map. I can zoom in on areas of interest, tap to view details, filter by any number of criteria. The bright red spot you see over Washington, D.C. is our corporate headquarters. We use it all the time. There's been some activity here in San Francisco lately. I wonder who that's been. I can switch over to see most recent activity. There's an odd spot here in South Africa I don't recognize. We don't really have an office down there. I can view all activity for a particular user. And I can filter by any number of different criteria. So this kind of audit trail information is an invaluable risk management tool. In conclusion, most of your customers and employees are already holding the ultimate multi-factor authentication device. You just give them the software to use it. Usher. Thank you.